We know that Sukkot, there's a machloket, a Tanaim, what the reason is why we sit in Sukkot. Machloket between Rabbi Eliezer and Rabbi Akivah. Rabbi Eliezer says the reason why we sit in the Sukkah is to commemorate the Ananei Kavod. Remember the Ananei Kavod, the clouds of glory that protected over Am Yisrael when we left Egypt in the desert. Rabbi Akivah says that no, it's Zecher le Sukkot Mamash. It's commemorating the actual Sukkot that Bnei Yisrael sat in the desert on their journey to Eretz Yisrael. Now, this machloket is a fundamental machloket. It comes up in Masechet Sukkah, and it's a very classic talking point about this holiday. And the significance are actually twofold. It's the kavanah we should have when sitting in the Sukkah on the Chag. So for both reasons, we sit in the Sukkah, either to commemorate the Ananei Kavod or to commemorate the actual Sukkot that we sat in when leaving Egypt. Now, both ideas also represent something more deep, something more meaningful. The Ananei Kavod is obviously, no doubt, no question about it, a miracle, because it shows us how much Hashem loved us through the fact that when He took us out of Egypt, He gave us this force field, if you want to call it, where we were protected from all the elements in the desert, from the heat, from the cold, from the sandstorm, from any potential dangers, from scorpions, from snakes, you name it, we were protected from it from all of the sides. Up, front, back, down, up, and then there was the right, left, and there was also an extra anan in the front leading us to our journey as well. These clouds of glory would protect us and were a nes that Hashem did for us in the desert. Now, the other opinion, according to Rabbi Akivah, they were actual Sukkot. The miracle there is also the fact that Hashem took care of us and protected us in the desert and allowed for us to get into Israel safe and unharmed. And whichever way you slice it, the Chazal teach us that the idea behind it is Hashem protected us back then, and He protects us in every generation until now as well. And the idea that we leave our permanent homes to enter the temporary homes, yet we have the epitome of simcha is during Chag Sukkot, is exactly what the Torah is trying to teach us, where although it might feel unsturdy, it might seem unsafe, and it might seem cold, it might seem scary, and not as comfortable, remember that back then Hashem protected us, and Hashem continued to protect us every year since, and it's a zechut to be Jewish, and that's why we have V'samachta b'charecha on this holiday of Sukkot. B'ezras Hashem, we should be zocheh, so have proper simcha. Have a wonderful day. Chag Sameach.